Talking cotton right now with our extension cotton specialist, Seth Bird. So Seth, how's cotton looking throughout the state right now?
It looks poor to great. Depends on what we're talking about. A lot of the dryland crop has had a pretty rough go of it the last couple of months. So there's quite a lot of dryland that's probably getting ready to be harvested. But there's certainly some low yield potential dryland out there. Irrigated crop looks really good for the most part. We've talked about all year how we've been behind, and we're still a little behind when you start looking at boll development, you start slicing bolls open and looking at how those bolls are progressing. But the yield potential is there. And September has been really good for us, and so hopefully we can get this weather to kind of rolling for another 1 or 2 weeks. And there's gonna be a lot of cotton that's gonna be having harvest date supply in the next couple of weeks or in the next month.
It's been, pretty hot this September. How's that impacted the cotton?
It's been by and large positive. Being that we got a little behind early in May and June, we knew we needed a pretty good September to kind of catch up, make up on some heat units. Last year we saw what happens when we get a cooler, cloudier September, and besides today, we've had a pretty warm and sunny September. So that's helped these bolls that we're sitting in July that may have been a little behind because of the heat units that we started with, kind of catch up. And again, we're not all the way there, but we've made a lot of ground up in the last 4 to 5 weeks. So for most of the cotton, especially the irrigated crop, the September we've had has been kind of perfect. You couldn't have dialed up a better September.
You mentioned harvest dates earlier. So when we're talking about harvest dates throughout the state, what are we looking at?
So, and again, it kind of depends on that yield potential. With dry land, we're looking at trying to get in and out as cheaply as we can. And we don't really need to do a whole lot of dry land this year. A lot of it is got a lot of those bolls already open. And we're just trying to remove some leaf or maybe open a little bit of bolls. And so that's gonna be a pretty inexpensive, maybe 1 or 2 product shot. On the irrigated side, we're gonna need to do a lot of work. We've got a lot of bolls that we still need to open. We're gonna have a lot of good green mature leaves that we need to remove, and that's key for cotton to either have that green leaf removed or at the very least desiccated on the plant before we strip. For pickers, we certainly wanna see green leaf off the plant. And then, if we go back to last year, one of our biggest challenges was regrowth. And so regrowth is something that usually occurs after we've hit, our fields with that first defoliation pass and we get warm, wet weather. We can spur some regrowth from the top of the plants or from down lower on some lower nodes where that sunlight penetrates. And so having a regrowth inhibitor can be key if the forecast looks like we're gonna need it. If there's gonna be some regrowth potential in the next, 5 to 10 days after we apply our harvest aid.
And you actually have some fact sheets to kind of help with producers, determine all this, right?
We do, yes. We have a harvest aid guide, where we sort of try to update it every year. The 2018 version's out now, 2019's coming. That kind of does a sort of an overview of what they're for, what products work best in which situations, and we have tables of the different products that we have out, and then also tables depending on your yield potential of cotton, maybe what you need to do or what mixes are available. And then we also have a fact sheet for folks that are going to be rotating to some sort of a winter cover crop or a winter small grain crop. A lot of our harvest aids in cotton are going to have some plant back intervals to wheat or rye or barley or different small grains. And so when we choose that harvest aid, not only do we need to choose it for what the cotton needs, but we may need to think about what we're doing next. And so we also have a fact sheet out on just considerations for a harvest aid in cotton, how it's going to impact our small grain crop in the winter.
All right, thanks, Seth. If you would like some more information for a fact sheet on the cotton varieties and a fact sheet on harvesting dates, go to our website, sunup.okstate.edu.